Why do you care so much about what other people think of you? It's because of your self-image. When they're judging you, they're rejecting what they think that you are. Think about that.
I think we all have to go in there and just trust to it.
Now, very simply put, the reason why we care so much about our social repercussions of what other people think of us and what the world think of us is because of our self-image. We have this specific way that we see ourselves that we want to preserve at all costs. You know, a specific identity that we have, a specific presentation that we have, and we don't want to rock this presentation. We want this presentation to be pristinely always the same wherever the fuck we go, you know. Whether it's in public when you're taking the bus, you don't want to make a fool out of yourself and talk to this cute girl. When you're at work and you have to give it your 100% at work, you don't want to mess up and be a stupid whatever bad worker. And this mindset continues throughout your life, where you keep being paranoid of what other people think of you wherever you go, and then it feels like you're stepping on eggshells every single day. Now I want to tell you that to stop caring about what other people think, you have to destroy that concept of a self-image. Now, why do I wear this mask, for example? It's to remind to myself that whatever self-image that's presented on the internet is not me. Now, I could put my real self right here, my real face right here, and I would still believe that it's not exactly truly that self that's presented. You know, it's not truly that consistent self-image that I care about so much. No, it's just, you know, it's just a presentation, not necessarily the best me at that moment. It's not 100% me. It could be, you know, be like water. Your self-identity does not have to matter so much, your self-image. And people, they take their self-image so seriously. They just want to preserve that pristineness of themselves all the time, and this only brings them to their doom. Because they believe that their self-image is their self. But self-image and self do not have to be together. And the failure to see that gap between self-image and the self is where all your caring happens. See this gap here. If you could cancel this, if you could not cancel this gap, but if you could see this gap for what it is, if you could welcome this gap, acknowledge this gap, and see that what's being presented in your true self are different, then you will stop caring about what you're presenting, you know. For example, I get a lot of hate comments on my how to sneak in video, right? People call me a thief, people call me an illegal, whatever fuck, low-life thug that just illegally takes value from the world, right? Now that's the self-image that's presented in that video, but is that image truly me? Now, if you see a different video of me where I talk about higher consciousness and self-actualization, then you would see, wow, is that even the same person that's talking about how to sneak in videos? No, it's just a different side of me. It's sort of like the adventurous, spontaneous side of me that tells you how to sneak in, and then now the more conscious, mindful, meditative, introspective side of me now that's telling you about how to stop giving a fuck. And again, that's also a self-image. That's another image. Is that truly me? I don't know. But there's a difference with, you know, every situation that I'm in, the self-image will be slightly different. But none of those self-images that you present are you. And now that you know this, stop trying to preserve whatever self-image there is. Whether it's on Instagram, whether it's in public when you're taking the bus, and you think this, people over there, they're watching you because you're talking to this cute girl, fuck it, just do it. And by doing that, you will transcend your need to validate your self-image. You will reach a point where you will be so grounded in what you truly believe, you know, your real self, whatever you want to call it, that you don't even need to validate any type of self-image. Who cares, self-image? Because you will know deep down that how you present yourself is not yourself. How you're being perceived by others is not you. how you're being interpreted, how your ideas are being interpreted, how your work is being interpreted. That's not you. People interpret what I do as being this sort of anonymous thing, but I don't associate myself with anonymous at all. I don't associate myself with trying to hide my IP address or my identity from other people or from the FBI. I don't give a shit. Because in real life, I can walk around without a mask on. I wouldn't give a fuck. If I encountered you on the street, you're like, oh, are you Nameless? I'd be like, of course I am. Awesome. I wouldn't give a fuck. So the difference between what's projected and what's true is different. I always know that in mind. Now, the second thing I want you to know to stop giving a fuck is understand that caring about other people, caring about what they think, and manipulating your self-image so that they approve of you. And all this, understand that this is a recipe for failure. Because even if you're a master manipulator of your self-image, that you always present yourself as pristine, you will always have haters. You will always have people that don't give a shit about you. You will always have people that just throw shit at you and will hate on you. So even if you win that game of always presenting the best self-image, you will be hated for it. Therefore, if you're going to be hated anyways, why not be hated for the best self that you can project, the fearless self that doesn't give a fuck what other people think, the fearless, courageous, authentic, purposeful self, living on your purpose, doing what you truly believe in, like what I'm doing right now with my videos. That's what I truly believe in. So then, how can you live in accordance to that and stop the tactic, the strategy of getting everyone to like you, because that's never going to win. And now I want you to accept that it's never going to win. Just forget about it, right? And to truly realize that, I think you really have to go through a phase of, many people, they go through a phase of people pleasing their entire life, where they just keep pleasing people, and they always have this weird resentment towards everyone because they're helping them. They're not getting anything in return because they care so much about what other people think of them. They want to be seen as this good person or whatever thing, right? And this stunts your personal development because you are unable to detach from other people's approval, right? So then, to truly detach from that strategy, you have to find a way to just have you have to let go of that validation. Let go of wanting approval and validation from others. And how you do that is you learn to self-validate yourself. You learn self-love. You learn self-acceptance. You learn to love yourself, to take care of yourself. And that's really different from getting approval from others. Now, once you let go of that need for approval and you work on validating yourself, then this need will go and you will truly stop caring what other people think, because no matter what thought or interpretation that's given, you will not change. Now, there's a Stoic saying by, I think it's Marcus Aurelius, that I'm going to paraphrase here. He says that the beauty of a flower is not altered, is not changed, is not messed around with, either by praise or by hatred. A flower will always be beautiful. Doesn't matter if it's praised or hated. Same with your ideas. Same with yourself. Same with your self-image or your your identity you think you are, that they are rejecting. But they're not truly rejecting who you think you are. They're just rejecting what they think that you are. But what they think that you are is not you necessarily. Now you want to go even deeper here. What they're rejecting when they're judging you is that they're rejecting what they think that you think that you are. Think about that. There's like several layers, Let's say this is you, okay? This is what you're presenting here as a self-image. Now they are rejecting their interpretation of that image that you project, that you are interpreting in return. So then who are they rejecting? Are they even rejecting you? Are they even judging you? They're judging some cloud in the sky. And you take this cloud in the sky as being you? I think you're being mistaken right here. And this brings me to my last point of this video, that whatever value that is in the world right now, approval for somebody else, hatred or praise from anybody is not true value. It'll never truly serve you. This is an idea taken from actualize.org, where Leo says that, hey, the true value you'll only find in yourself, in your spiritual development, self-actualization. And there's not anything of true value that can be given to you from another human being. Okay, sure, they might give you money, they might give you opportunity for sex or whatever that is. But the true value and happiness, where do you find that? You'll find that in yourself. You don't find it from other people. You don't find it from what's outside there. You find it in yourself. You find it in your own path towards personal growth and on your purpose. So that's truly it. Let go of your self-image. Okay? Stop trying to preserve your self-image. Be grounded in yourself. Truly grounded in yourself. Understand that trying to please everyone, be liked by everyone, it's not going to work. And then find a new strategy that's aligned with who you are. And lastly, how important is your life? How important is it to live in accordance to your values? And imagine how your life could be if you completely, 100% completely stop caring about what other people thought. 100%. What would you do if you were completely independent of the good or bad opinions of others? How would your life turn out? And I want you to ask yourself this honestly. Ask yourself this honestly. What would your life be if I completely let go 100% of the expectations of others, of my parents, of my friends, of my girlfriend, of my boyfriend, and fully, authentically lived in accordance to my true values? By the way, you can check out my life purpose book in the description of this video, where I can help you out find your life purpose, so then the more aligned you are with yourself, the less fucks you give about what everyone else is doing. So I'll end you guys on this. Here's a few exercises for you. The next time that you go out, try to, next time you go out, maybe you're at a bar or something, or you're going out with friends, and try going out without drinking any alcohol, right? Try going out without any substance and whatever other people do, and just try to act the same way you would without alcohol. Can you do that? Try to act the same way you would with alcohol, but without it, and see how you do. Now, the more you train this, the more you'll be able to truly put yourself out there, stop caring what other people think. And you gotta put yourself out there more to stop caring. Your brain wants proof, not promises. Wants factual evidence that it doesn't matter if I make a fool of myself or whatever. And you can do that sober. Try doing that sober the next time you go out, socially, and tell me how it goes. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to click on the bell to receive all my videos that I post every Monday, Friday. And don't forget to check my Patreon page, where you'll receive all updates about my next POV montages that I release every few weeks or every month or so. And you'll see previews of it in advance. So thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.